can I do an investigation for a book that would interest Yasana?
Find me a book regarding the 3 guardian beasts.
Alright, you'll be able to locate one of those without too much issue, or rather, you won't. Because as you realize that you're looking around, that's the book the Sphinx is reading.
Would you mind if we borrowed that?
And now you want to take my book?
Just for a very short amount of time.
I suppose I can part with it. For now.
Right.
And she just kind of smiles and she pushes the book towards you.
Thank you. And
Almost
Jade is
as
going
though
to
she had
hand
it
her...
up.
Jade is going to hand her the dietary requirements of hobgoblins to return.
And she just kind of uses the mage hand to float that back onto the bookshelf.
Let's go read about some beasts, Yasana.
I figure this could be of use later, at the very least.
Yeah, and the Sphinx just kind of lowers her head and like closes her eyes as though she's drifting off to sleep.
All right.
I wonder if her wings are resistant to flesh.
If you wish to try.
Please do. Please. Jade is backing the crap away, but please try.
I have no intentions of hurting you. She's gonna scratch lightly against her wings.
Alright, and it appears as though she was asleep the moment you touched the wings, though. Roll me a athletics or acrobatics.
Or just a death save.
I gotta open up your sheet again.
And we all thought that Jade would be the first to die. Boy, were we wrong. And that young bully is how idiots are made in D&D.
By the way,
We are a team of idiots. So
while Yasana's doing this, Jade is just flipping through the book and completely ignoring her.
Yeah, so roll in athletics or acrobatics for me. I really like that my rolls work out for me sometimes.
That was distracting.
Yep. Alright, so as you go to do this, in a flash, the Sphinx turns around, grabs you, pins you under her, and just kind of rests her head on, like on your head as though using you as a pillow. Please do not touch my wings.
Very interesting book, by the way.
She
Jade,
rolled a natural 20, by the way.
Jade,
Yes.
You're an idiot.
a little help.
Oh, you can't read this. Jade's going to step forward and start reading her the book.
Alright, so the passages that, the passages that Jade will find depict the tale of the beasts themselves, and it goes back to... It's a good thing the Sphinx has been speaking common, by the way. And it goes back to, speak... Like, to the very beginning. It explains that there were gods, there were creatures beforehand. Like, the gods were still... Like, the original history of these god beasts had... The gods were forging the worlds themselves, fighting amongst themselves sometimes as they were gaining mortals, faith, etc. about... No one knows where they actually originated from. Perhaps the chaotic nature of all of the fighting between the gods, but one day everything changed and the beasts just appeared. There didn't appear to be any like real deciding factor of their arrival. They just all arrived, like thundercloud in the sky, and out of this cloud, which just spawned instantly, came, I can't think of the bird's name, Behemoth just rose up from the earth one day and started walking around, causing earthquakes with every step, and like a massive whirlpool in the oceans, which Leviathan seemed to jump out of before starting its rampage through the waters, and devastating a lot of the world for many years, to the point of it was getting very bad. The gods realized very quickly and started to just pull all their efforts together. Even gods that would traditionally hate each other, pulling their efforts just to try and stop these. The fruits of their endeavors was able to create they kind of groomed a hero, all of them together, put all their faith and power into this hero, and this hero went out and combated all of them, and failed. The only note is when this hero combated them, he was able to damage each one of them, shedding off a fragment. These fragments becoming the 3, as I don't think I have a proper title for them yet. But the 3, Thetis, the effectively Demi-Titan, the blind Demi-Titan, who resides mostly in water, Tarak, the giant, absolutely massive dragon turtle who just wanders across the lands, and breasts for the most part. He's pretty lazy. And then, of course, the creatures of the air took the form of Arashi, the wolf who runs across the sky. Thunderbolt, lightning, storms following in his wake.
Very, very frightening.
Yes, very much. And it depicts a bit further from that eventually, like the three of them, the gods warily approached the three of them, and they agreed to help work together and put a stop to the god beast. And though the three of them didn't quite get along in the best of terms, say Thetis wasn't too keen to play nicely with the others, they were able to eventually work together and develop a strategy and a plan that helped seal away all three of these god beasts with the aid of various human settlements and whatnot. And you do notice that at one point, Blackmoor is mentioned as the leader of one of the largest human settlements that helped lend its armies to sealing away the god beasts.
I'm falling asleep here because I'm covered by a nice heavy blanket, so forgive me if I do fall asleep, Jade.
Jade is also amazing at telling a story in such a way that would probably make you fall asleep.
Yeah, there's not much more beyond all of that, as it just makes it note that happened several centuries ago. Fairly recently in the scale of things.
Do you have a name for the hero?
I do not have a name for the hero, and that hero his name would not have been listed.
Okay. So Arashi is a piece of one of the god beasts.
Effectively.
Yeah.
Based on everything that's been described here, that is effectively what he is.
Creation myths are always so odd.
Yes, but don't we live in an odd world?
Some parts of it odder than others.
I don't know. It's always pretty odd.
I would agree with you, except... God damn, she's warm. I'm going
Yes,
to
yes.
sleep.
Yasana, you dying there? Do you want me to put out your misery?
I think she's fine. Jade's going to hand the book back to the Sphinx. Thank you very much, and feel free to have as much use of our pillow as you would like.
Thank you.
got a
She's
pillow.
quite warm. I'm gonna have to make a mental note of that now. Just for the Good. All right. You will take your rest easily enough. Nothing will happen throughout the night. The candles will remain there. They are much brighter than normal candles as they kind of float around the library. Morning will come, or what you assume is morning. You'll all wake up fairly well rested and everything else. Nothing else too particularly fancy going on.
Just fixing up all of my crap here.
Yeah,
Okay.
alright.
How long ago did I use that Silver Raven? That's almost a week by now, isn't it?
I have no idea.
I think I used it to contact Clytus a long time ago, like before we entered the dungeon.
That it's only been maybe you've been in the dungeon now 2 days because you've had 2 long rests in the dungeon.
And we had one outside, so it's been 3 days?
3, maybe 4 days. I'll give you 4 days.
Okay.
When we get up early, I'm gonna have a Shiki, just have a bit of a skim through the book, see if she sees anything that wouldn't fit this time, knowledge-wise.
Roll an investigation.
Okay, it's the important role, and
Oh, the cooldown's 2 days, not a week. Alright.
18.
All right, as you look around, you see a few things that look out of place. Though, anytime you go to try to touch them, you find that there's an invisible force field stopping you.
So I take it I can look at stuff that stuff from the future that I don't know about. Hey, Sphinx.
And she'll look back. Oh, yes, those books will... You're unable to touch... Anyone is unable to touch them until their time has arrived.
What for from that time?
You need to actually be in the time period, though, so... That entire section over there I cannot touch until their years come.
So even if I found a book on myself,
And she will shake her head.
Ah, that sucks.
I have a bigger question regarding how you have books for the future, but I'm not exactly in the
Roll
place
an
for that.
Arcana check.
I'd like to roll that as well, if I may.
You
Why
may.
not? Just sure. What? This all jumping on the pile.
Also, while I was reading that book, was there anything about Blackmore's morality? Is he good or bad or anything?
It didn't really it mentioned that he was a tyrant king,
Okay.
but at the same time, it also mentioned the sole surviving society.
Okay.
Like there was no other human society really left at that point.
Oh,
Okay, natural
damn.
20.
Nice job there, Yasana. Yasana, you, after spending some time with the Sphinx and thinking on it, you realized beforehand that when she vanished, it was less so that she vanished, and more that she slipped through time. You do know that Sphinx have very odd control within their lair, to the point of they can even shift time forward and backwards, and other than them, some creatures won't even notice until after the fact.
Out of curiosity, are you the one who brought us here?
Why would you think that?
Just a theory I'm coming up with for my own training and expertise.
Well, I can say with some certainty that I did not bring you here.
She's quite the inquisitive one.
You brought
Yes,
us to this timeline.
Yasana, are you going to mention about the slipping through time thing?
And she just wants to confirm one thing, then she will.
And what was the question again?
So you're the one responsible for taking us to this timeline, then?
I am not responsible for bringing you here, per se.
She's... Let's just say she travels the chronological scales of
She
the world.
she time travels.
I was trying to
That-
make more sound more
no, no.
scientific and
But no,
rational.
come on, think of poor Clytus over there. No offense, buddy.
And Clytus will kind of just step forward. So is this the first time you've met us all? And she'll just shake her head at that with a smile.
Ah,
Will there be another
Accurate.
time in which you will meet us?
remember, we made a deal with her that we'll basically see her again and do her dirty work.
I think we're currently following through with that favor, if I'm right.
Oh, no, not yet. That'll be... Well, you'll all know when that happens.
Speaking of which, when that happens, mind if I borrow the book on myself?
We'll have discussions then, when the time comes.
I'll let you pet the tails.
I don't think she cares about the tails, Shiki.
She just kind of gently rubs her paw along her own fur. I am fine.
God damn it. That usually works.
You should try that on him sometime.
Ah.
Let's head on out.
All right.
My own pin.
Let me agree. Yeah, you are on pin at this point. She will let you go. All right, let's grab Nomi and Clytus, have them move as well. Let me put them back up to full health because they healed. I keep forgetting how little health Nomi actually has.
Next time we do that kind of thing with Yasana, we should just make sure it's a tentacle monster first.
She's gonna step aside for a moment, straighten herself out. And then just join.
You look... Yasana, don't bother. You look as horrible as ever. Come on.
Clytus is just going to tap Delia. Come on, let's get... Crap, there's only one place left to go.
Water... Actually, two places, but both of them are water world.
Would you like me to carry you, Clytus?
Linus, if it's that big of an issue, you could stay here.
No, I need to help stop Blackmore.
You could always sell your body to the Sphinx to learn how to swim through a book.
Can you just drag us to the water world?
You just
Yeah,
go down to
but-
the end here and you look right.
Okay.
Like, I would, but you're literally like a room away.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Not to mention,
put
Yeah.
Feely
And
at
once
max
again,
HP.
as you come here, you hear that same boisterous voice in... Yeah, you see that same boisterous voice in Aquin. And Jade, as you step forward, you see a large Pisces fish-like creature, humanoid, just kind of floating on the water as he's telling this great story.
Could I stealth?
You may. Clytus refuses to enter the water yet.
Jade's just gonna hold her hand up so people can stop moving.
Roughly, where is the fish? Down here?
It's down in that section, yeah.
She's just going to quietly step forward.
And Jade, as you approach, you can see that
That's
there are a
fine.
number of merfolk sitting on like the shallow parts of the water, just listening to him, paying rapt attention.
What is
And-
the story about in general? Like, is it a story of war or of...
Give me one moment to see. Like, I know they tell stories, but I forget what type of stories they tell, and that's going to be the deciding factor on this. I know they're in here somewhere. There's one. All right, so these things tell stories. Oh, damn, I went the wrong way.
Also, can I roll to see what this is? Because I already know what this is, but...
Yeah, you may roll to see what it is. It seems to be telling like a story, like telling us this great detail about what's something called a merid and its great power and skills as it defeated mighty evil legions, and then it went on to fight this mighty powerful black dragon and drowned it in an ocean of water and a bunch of fanciful stuff like that. You, based on the story and the way he's telling it, you get the feeling that he might be a merid, but you don't know much about it.
Hell, Merid!
And the moment you interrupt his story, roll me a dex save.
With this, Yasana's gonna go into the water.
Yasana, stay where you were.
Damn.
Yeah, the moment you interrupt his story, dex save. Yep, it's going to hit both Jade and Yasana.
Oh goddamn.
So, Yasana, roll dex save as well.
Pretty sure I failed.
You pretty much failed, yeah. That's the wrong thing. You are a merid.
Why do you do this, Jade? Why? Why, Jade? Why do you do these things? Give me a moment. I'm flooded out by a text.
Do you want me to roll for you?
I got it. I just had to wait for. Oh god. I had to wait for.
Yeah. And like, he holds out your hand, and a burst of water, a jet of water just surges from his hand, blowing Jade and Yasana back. They both take 25 bludgeoning damage,
Ow.
and it'll be knocked back 20 feet and prone.
Oh, yeah, I land on the platform.
Yep, and you are both prone at this point. And as this happens, he just yells out, "Do not interrupt my story!"
Sorry!
Yeah, roll initiatives.
What was the story even about? Could we hear that?
Himself.
You could probably hear him describing the story. It was about creatures like I said, creatures like a merid. And then we went on and we fought this black dragon, though it almost got me. I'd summoned down this torrent of water upon it, drowning it in an endless ocean like the great, magnificent creature I am. And did I mention I'm also handsome? It's one of those stories.
Totem.
Can Yasana even go prone right now?
Yes, you can. You are prone in the water.
Which means you're sinking in the water.
Effectively, yeah.
That's not an issue. Not worried about that. I'll keep note of it because it's going to shortly.
All right, and then we're going to do a descending turn order. All right, so Shiki gets to go first.
See, Silver, this is what happens when I try to peacefully go through an encounter. Instead of being
Yes,
a murder
I know,
hobo.
but you could have literally walked through this room without saying a word to him, without interrupting the story. He would not have attacked. But you rolled so bad in the arcane check, you didn't even know that they would have done that. If you rolled better, you probably would have had an inkling to know that he would have probably attacked if he interrupted.
Total tales. The difference is, I've actually killed a dragon. And...
Well, now he's
bang.
gonna kill us.
All right, and that one will hit, and he will take 14 piercing damage.
Yes, he will. Any fire?
The fire is resisted, it looks like.
Okay. Let's
Actually, no, the fire is completely neutral.
okay,
That's weird.
Let's make this one a little violent. So 22 damage, isn't it?
Yeah, 22 damage, another 9.
Damage, and one more shot for the road.
And that one will also hit, because you have probably too high of a to-hit bonus, but whatever.
Probably.
What can I say? How's he looking?
He's still looking pretty good, overall.
Ah, god damn it.
Clytus is up. Clytus,
I didn't have
Yeah, you more. Go on.
I was gonna jump back here.
Is this difficult terrain, by the way?
The water itself, the deep water is difficult terrain because you have to swim. Where you see the teal lines, that is shallow. That is normal.
All right, so it's just like ankle deep.
How does the shallow water work? Is it just platforms that you go
It's
under?
effectively just a platform going through the entire thing. The water itself is incredibly deep.
Could you go under the platform?
You could if you really wanted to. Clytus is going to wade into the water, and you notice that it appears as though he's moving through difficult terrain as he is very scared of the water. Or primarily falling into where it's deep.
Why did you even step in?
Also, Jade, could you go ahead and roll me a wisdom save?
I will roll you whatever you wish, Silver.
Hang on, let me double check what the save is.
Please don't be wisdom.
It is...
Doesn't matter.
A wisdom save.
Mhm.
Jade, as your thoughts go to fighting and combating this Merid, and you grip the snake sword and get ready to do it, and you feel this overwhelming desire to jump into the water and submerge.
Of course I do.
So you now can do it. You can now act, but just keep in mind you have that overwhelming desire to be underwater.
Can I say something before I jump in the water?
Speak quickly, make it short.
Your magnificence should help us defeat the evil.
Roll a persuasion with disadvantage. Like super disadvantage, because I'm also giving you like a minus.
Wow! Yes.
I'm also giving you a -5. So
Hey, 14's not bad.
Yeah, not enough for it though. Continue with the rest of your thing.
Crossbows are not at disadvantage underwater, are they?
They are.
Because they're a water thing.
No, they aren't. A harpoon is.
Yeah, but crossbows count as that, I believe.
I would
No?
have to look up how underwater shit works in this edition. Let me one quick.
Okay, let me word it this way. You have all.
It's very
resistance.
stupid, Risu. It is very stupid what is and what isn't. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm
bow.
checking.
A bow doesn't work. I believe that.
I think a bow
crossbows-
would work. It's just disadvantage.
Yeah.
So let's get over to weaponry.
Let me see what I've got for stuff.
It would be underwater type deal. God damn it! I have to look so annoyingly. This book, underwater combat. All right. Melee weapon attack. Creatures that have a swimming speed. It has disadvantage unless it's a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident.
Ah,
Ranged weapon automatically misses beyond its normal range, even and if it's a target with a normal range, the attack has disadvantage unless it is a crossbow, net, or that is thrown like a javelin.
so you're saying a crossbow does not have disadvantage?
It does not have disadvantage, but you
Okay.
cannot shoot past the first range.
All right. Well, 100 feet is my first range. So I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay.
If the Merid is being aggressive, I'm gonna shoot it with my crossbow.
Okay.
And let me see. Can I cast a spell underwater
What are the components?
with verbal components?
Nope.
Just
If you had
flat out
water
can't
breathing,
do it?
if you had water breathing, you could, but because you're underwater and you do not, you cannot.
All right, let me check.
And the compulsion you feel wants you to submerge, so you can't even argue that your head is above water.
Yep. Okay, I'll hold my action.
Okay. Next up is technically initiative step 20. All the merfolk, they dive back into the water afraid.
I think I just misclicked something, so ignore. if it pops up.
The Merit at this point, his focus is entirely on Jade, and he does not look happy. He is going to dip down into the water, disappearing. I say disappearing; he doesn't really disappear. He's going to swim very quickly behind Jade.
This feels aggressive. Can I attack him before he...
This is aggressive. You can attack him before he gets within melee range.
Alright.
Yeah, this is very obviously aggressive. He is.
This feels slightly aggressive.
This feels like he might be trying to rip your head off. That will... Was a 16 to hit?
Yep.
That will miss.
Yay.
And he brings back his trident, and he tries to stab into you twice. And he will hit the first time,
Shield!
dealing... Shield?
Shield.
Not enough!
Still shield.
He'll hit the first time, dealing 20 piercing damage,
Okay.
and
Yay.
he will miss the second time, even without shield.
Yay. Well,
That was his
sort
third.
of useful.
Yasana is up.
Now the
So you have
question
to
is,
spend
Where
half
you?
your
On
movement.
the shines.
Yep, you have to spend half your movement to not prone.
Oh god damn it! You know what? Half movement to not prone. I'll use the second level spell slot. Go here. And because I'm not in a good mood about having to do that, underwater and everything, because I do have water breathing. Not sorry. Once I press the button.
boom,
You need the swim speed for... swim speed to have not disadvantage.
She does.
From...
Her amulet.
Ah, that's right. Yep, I gave that to you. I forgot. It's been a
Sorry.
while since it's come into effect, so I forgot what it all had. Burning
Not
hands,
sorry.
really? Okay, let me roll a dex save on him.
I thought you would have been blamed him.
Okay, I was not expecting burning hands. He will pass a save, taking just 6 damage.
Well, water's heated, so in theory. Should be enough to make him back off.
Yeah, in theory, but not in practice.
He doesn't seem to be particularly bothered by the heat more than anything else, and if anything, it's just going to make him focus on you next turn. Philia's up.
Which is okay with me.
Hey. Okay. Is swimming double move?
Swimming is double move.
I'm so glad I ignore literally every bit of difficult terrain. So nice.
You do ignore the difficult terrain, but you are still at disadvantage.
So I can only get to there from a single move.
Back one because of
We're back.
difficult terrain.
Yeah.
No, because I was right.
That was 40 feet.
Right. Yeah, so it would be only there, right? Yay!
You can see if you can. You can see if you can jump off further.
I already did that once. I'm not pushing my luck. I'll just double move.
Fine. You're only going to hit water.
Alright, that's my turn. Because I don't have bonus actions.
You may want to put your aura
Nomi
back on.
is going to didn't rage.
Oh, right. Rage.
Yeah, Nomi is just going to run up here, and she is going to use her she range to produce flame, because produce flame would probably do more against it. I think she is.
It's at least 30 feet. It's probably
Yeah,
60
let me
or
open up
90.
her It's 30 feet. No, produce flame is not a very far range. And she probably would have done more with the bow. She will hit for 5 fire damage. Good job, Nomi. Good job, Nomi.
Huh.
Then it is Shiki's turn.
I can see him fine where I am, right?
You can see him, like he's just below the surface, but you can see him.
Okay, fair enough. That's all that matters. As long as I can see him, I haven't got any penalties.